Hey guys, so if you follow the channel regularly, you've probably been wondering what the heck happened for the last 2 weeks. First of all, I want to thank you for your support. A handful of you actually reached out to me through email to see what happened, and somebody even started a thread on the E46 Fanatics forum asking about the channel. The short version is that the channel got hacked and it was pretty much all my fault. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what happened and how I finally got through to YouTube to get them to fix it. When I finally got the channel back, I was really surprised to see that pretty much nobody had unsubscribed, so thanks again for that. This was a really frustrating situation and it's been happening to a lot of YouTubers lately, so I hope this video will help somebody out there. So this all started just over 2 months ago when I got an email from somebody that appeared to want to sponsor the channel. The company that they were posing as was Lingo, which is an app that helps you learn another language. And when I got that, I was really stoked because I've used Lingo a lot. I took 3 years of Spanish in college, and there was a time when I had over a year-long streak of using the app every day. So when I got that email, I was really excited because I thought to myself, this is a company I know really well and I can trust them, and I'd be happy to work with them. But little did I know, it was just a scammer pretending to be Duolingo. We sent a couple emails back and forth, and then they sent me a contract to sign, which was, it looked like a PDF file. But when I tried to open it, nothing happened. And that's when I knew something was up. It basically just froze on my computer and didn't do anything. And I thought, oh no, I just fell for a phishing scam. And I was right. So right away, I went to the Windows settings and uninstalled anything that had been recently installed. And then I ran a virus scan with the Windows security feature. The virus scan found one suspicious item, and I don't remember what the name of it was, but I knew right away that it was not something that was supposed to be there. So I uninstalled it, ran another virus scan, and changed my passwords on all the major accounts that I used right away. Well, it turns out that what they installed on my computer was a keylogger, so it didn't matter if I changed my passwords because they could see what I changed my passwords to. A couple days later, they took over my personal Facebook account, but they didn't really do much with it. They changed my name to Olivia, which I didn't really get the point of that, and I still kind of don't get the point of it because they didn't change my password, and the two-factor authentication didn't look like they changed it, except that when I tried to change my password, it would send me a two-factor code, but it wasn't sending it to me via text message. It was sending it to me via WhatsApp, but I don't have WhatsApp, so I wasn't getting the code. And like I said, it was really weird because the WhatsApp number it showed was the same as my phone number. So I'm still really not sure what happened there. I tried reaching out to Facebook support over and over, probably a dozen times. I never heard anything back. I reached out to Meta and they said that they had nothing to do with Facebook, even though they're the same company, but they wouldn't help me either. So after a few days, I ended up just disabling my Facebook account so that nobody could tamper with it, hopefully. And I just left it disabled for, I don't know, 5 or 7 days. Sorry if it looks like I'm getting all sweaty here. It's like 82 degrees in the garage right now, and I had to turn off the fan so I could film. So anyway, after some amount of time, I reactivated my Facebook account to see if I had any notifications or if they had messed with my account any further. And they hadn't done anything else, but when I tried to change my password again, the two-factor authentication went to my text message instead of WhatsApp. I have no idea how or why that happened, but I was just happy that I could change my password and I could also reset the two-factor, so hopefully the scammers couldn't do anything more with my Facebook account. The only thing was that you can only change your name on Facebook once every 60 days, so I was stuck as Olivia for 2 months. Yeah, that was fun. So anyway, I changed all the security stuff on Facebook and I thought everything was good for about 6 weeks until one day I sent the link for my YouTube channel to somebody and the thumbnail popped up as Bitcoin Magazine. And I thought to myself, oh no, this isn't over. So I immediately went to my channel and the homepage was full of Bitcoin videos. They changed the banner on the top of the page to say Bitcoin Magazine. They changed my channel picture to the Bitcoin Magazine logo, but strangely they had left all the Endless Money Pits videos under the videos tab. Maybe that was just to keep people coming back, I'm not really sure. And I could still log into my personal YouTube account, but when I went to switch to the Endless Money Pits channel, it was gone. They had transferred ownership of my channel to Bitcoin Magazine or whatever it was. I'm not really sure how it works, but I didn't have access to my own channel anymore, which was kind of terrifying. I've put thousands of hours into these videos over the last 6 years, and to lose everything, that was really scary. I also knew that YouTube support wasn't really known for being very supportive, so my immediate thought was that the channel's gone, I gotta start from scratch. At least I still have all the video files. So when I saw all this Bitcoin stuff on my channel and they were running a live stream of somebody doing a Bitcoin conference, I reported the channel because I didn't want to get any strikes on my account, and YouTube actually took down the entire channel the next day. It was just gone. No more endless money pits, no more Bitcoin stuff. It was just the sorry, this page cannot be found thing. I did go to the help section on YouTube, but it turns out that that's mainly just quick answers to frequently asked questions. And I figured out that what I really needed to do was go to my Google account and go to the support section there. But even that was kind of the same thing, and it took a really long time for me to figure out how to actually talk to a real person at YouTube. I will say that I've been using Grok a lot. It's kind of like the Twitter or X version of ChatGPT, and it was kind of able to point me in the right direction to find somebody to talk to. But you still have to click on the right questions and give the right answers for it to give you an option to chat with somebody. So here I'll put that on the screen of like what page to go to and what to click on and what answers to give to actually get in touch with somebody through chat. When I finally got to talk to somebody, I was actually quite surprised and really relieved because they seemed really nice and knowledgeable, and it sounded like they were going to help me. They told me that they couldn't help me directly, but they would forward my request to another support team, and I should get an email in a few days with more information. However, what I got 1 minute after the chat ended was an email from Google support giving a very unhelpful message. And that message read, "Thanks for contacting us about being unable to access your Google account. We've confirmed that your account is still active, so you should be able to sign in normally. Please try signing in again. If you don't remember your password, you can take steps to recover your account. If you're having problems signing in, visit the Help Center for troubleshooting instructions." Well, I in fact was not able to sign into that account. I could sign into my personal account, like I said, but the Endless Money Pits account, the one that I make money on, was completely gone. It was out of my hands. I had no way to sign into it. So that wasn't a very pleasant experience, but remember this was just 1 minute after the chat ended, and the person I talked to said that it could take a few business days to get a reply from the other team. So this was a Wednesday or a Thursday when I had talked to chat, and I thought, okay, I'll wait till next week and see if I get another reply. Well, Tuesday of next week rolled around and I hadn't heard anything else, so I went back and chatted with them again, which I forgot to write down the steps of how to get in touch with chat, so I had to figure that out all over again. It's not easy, by the way, but I was able to get through to somebody eventually, and kind of the same thing happened. They were very empathetic. They said, we understand how stressful this is, and we're going to do everything we can to recover your account, but it has to go through another support team. So I thought, okay, whatever, we'll just give it another shot. However, after I think 1 day, I got the exact same message again. Very unhelpful message, very devastating message to receive. It was like whoever I was talking to just didn't understand the problem or wasn't conveying the problem correctly or just didn't care. And in the back of my head, I thought, well, at least I'm getting through to somebody and it was a different person than the first time. And so I'll just keep doing this until they help me or they tell me that they can't help me. So a couple days later, I got in touch with somebody over the Google support chat thing for a third time. And this time it actually went a little bit better. They were still giving me the whole empathy thing and saying that they would do whatever they could, but it seemed like they just understood the problem a little bit better and were more willing to help. Once again, they told me that they'd have a higher support team reach out to me and kind of confirm my identification and all that. And a couple days later, somebody from my higher support team actually did reach out to me through email, and they asked me a bunch of questions about my account to kind of confirm my identity and figure out what really happened. I replied to all their questions in that email, and then again, I got this message, which was really, which was really frustrating. We'll just say that. And so I sent them another email kind of saying like, what the heck? Why do you keep sending me this unhelpful message? I answered all your questions. I've made it clear that I don't have ownership of this account anymore. I can't get into it. I need somebody to actually like dig into this and help. But this time they replied to me the next day and explained that they had gotten my message and they were trying to help me and that I just needed to wait a little bit longer for another response. So that's what I did, and I got another response in another day or two. This is a really slow process, but that was kind of expected. And the next response I got was another set of like 10 questions about who owns my channel, who has access to my channel, had I recently sold the channel, all this stuff. And one thing it asked was for my channel ID. Now, the channel ID is the last part of the URL for the YouTube channel, and it's not the custom URL. Like my custom URL is youtube.com/@endlessmoneypits or /c/endlessmoneypits. It's not that. It's the original URL that came with your channel. And YouTube would not allow me to submit the form without putting in my channel ID, so I had to find it. But since my page had been taken down completely, I had no way to look it up. It's not something that I ever wrote down because I didn't think I would ever need it. Who would? But now I needed it, and everything hinged on me finding that channel ID. So I thought about it for a while, and then I remembered that a long time ago, I had synced my YouTube channel to my BitChute account and to my Rumble account for like auto syndication. So if I upload a video to YouTube, it automatically uploads to Rumble and BitChute without me having to do anything else. So I thought, well, maybe if I go to the settings on BitChute or Rumble, it will show me my original channel ID through the auto syndication part. And what I found was Bitcoin would not show it, but when I went to Rumble, it did show it. So I was able to copy the original channel ID from Rumble and paste it into the form that Google wanted me to fill out. And with all the questions answered as thoroughly as I could, I submitted the form and crossed my fingers. I didn't hear anything for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden at like 2 in the morning, I got like 100 notifications on my phone from the YouTube Studio app. It was saying like, this video has been processed and approved, this video, all my old videos were being processed and approved. And so I went to my channel and it was back online. I literally couldn't believe it. And not only was it back online, they had transferred ownership of the channel back to me, so I could switch from my personal YouTube account to the Endless Money Pits account and make changes to it again. Everything looked right, except all the Bitcoin videos were still there, so I just had to go in the settings and remove those from my homepage. I tried to rebuild the home tab the way it was, with like my most popular videos at the top and then all the most popular playlists below it. But after I made those changes, it didn't work right. It was only showing the most popular videos and nothing else. And so I ended up just getting rid of the home tab altogether. So now if you go to my channel, it just shows all the most recent videos in chronological order, and that's good enough for me. In the meantime, Grok had suggested that I change all my passwords and all the two-factor stuff from an uninfected computer. So that's what I did. I dug out my old laptop, and I was really paranoid that they had stolen my session tokens or cookies or whatever it is that grants you access to all the pages that you're logged into without having to type your password again. Hackers can steal that stuff, so I wanted to start from scratch. I uninstalled the browser I used from that laptop because I have it synced up with the computer that got infected, and I think I downloaded Firefox, and then I used that to change all my passwords and all the security authentication stuff. And I went into my Google account with that computer and deleted all the saved passwords on there one by one. I think there were like 250 passwords from the last 15 years or something crazy. And you can't just delete them all at once. You have to go into each one and say delete and go back and do one after another. I think it took like 3 or 4 hours to do all that. I had also written down all the websites that I used that I was logged into there were like 62 different websites that I had to go in and manually change all the passwords for all those. So they're all different now, and I added two-factor to all the really important ones. And then just because I wanted to do everything I could, I got back on my main computer, which is the one that got infected. I unplugged all the hard drives that have backups and storage and stuff, and then I reinstalled Windows to do a factory reset basically. And the last thing I did security-wise was go and get a paid version of Malwarebytes so that I would have real-time protection against any future attacks. It cost me I think it was like $45 for a year, and I was able to install it on my computer, my phone, my girlfriend's computer, her phone, and my laptop. 5 devices. I didn't have the paid version before because I don't really make that much money, and I don't have that many subscribers, so I wasn't really worried about getting attacked like this. I really just relied on the built-in Windows Defender virus scan thing, but that doesn't give you real-time protection against stuff like this. And Malwarebytes is not a sponsor of the channel. They didn't pay me to say anything good about them. But getting that installed on all my devices really was the best peace of mind, and I recommend it to anybody that has a lot of sensitive information online. So anyway, that's where we're at now. The channel's back up, all the videos are back up, all the links I've posted anywhere on the internet are working again, and I do have more videos on the way. I have like 10 different videos that I've filmed and just haven't finished yet. This whole thing, losing the channel, kind of made me lose my motivation in making more videos. I thought, what's the point? Until I get the channel back up, I thought I might have to start from scratch, and I'd spend a year re-uploading all the old videos, and then, I don't know, it just, it was a really stressful thing to go through, and I hope none of you are going through that right now, because it's just kind of a really terrible thing to have to deal with. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope this helps somebody out there. If you are going through this kind of thing, or you know somebody who is, just try going through the steps that I laid out, because it eventually did work, and I don't think there's really another option except for starting over from scratch. So now I'm gonna get back in the house where I can hear the AC running, and I'm gonna finish up some more videos for you. So until next time, change your passwords, set up your two-factor authentication, and just keep throwing money at it.